hey, don't forget your dog. Come on, buddy. See, I ain't forgot yet. I ain't forgot her. Anyway, gas is at $3 a gallon right now in Indiana. They say in North Carolina it's hard to find soon. Florida shortages, according to Pastor Paul and Heidi. Sister Heidi was filling up her gas last night. So I would say if you need gas or you think you're going to need it, you better go get it. Pro tip, start every broadcast by inviting viewers to download. Please download. Follow me. I try to give you the up-to-the-minute news when I get it, if I get it. Who's here with me? I can't tell. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm a little bit late this morning, but it'll be okay. Hey, Patricia. I surprised you by being on Haps. Well, I'm on Haps, Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube, and maybe Twitter. No, I'm not on Twitter. I got these things linked together. But that's all right. I still got my coffee, Patricia. I went and filled up my Dodge. $40 for a half a tank of fuel at $3 a gallon. And that's the cheap stuff. I had to buy me a thing of a octane booster that I added to the fuel. I always do that for the old truck. Yes, I got both your articles and I forwarded them to Pastor Paul. Matter of fact, guess who I got off the phone with? Not 5 minutes ago. Pastor Paul talked to me, rebuilt my spirits. I think I'm right where I need to be. Helping spread the word to you all so you all can spread the word. If because some of us don't listen to churchy style shows, right? He's doing well. He's getting ready to head off to his morning shoot. What do they call it? Well, thank you, Patricia. Rehabilitation. I was glad to hear from him. Really was. And I talked to him about meeting up with him if they hold the summer fire in July like they normally do. I tried to make it last year and I was under the weather. This year I'm gonna make it. If they're allowed to hold it or if they have it, I'm gonna be there. I hope you don't mind me forwarding those to him. But since I signed up on Reuters, boom, every time they put out something, now I'm getting one. But thank you. I appreciate that. That helps keep everybody on the same page, right? My dog is going nuts because, yes, while I was at the gas station, I got some chicken. Yeah, I'm eating, Patricia. Hey, Mel. I'm up. I'm here. I got off the phone with Pastor Paul and got my truck all fueled up. They got me a little bit of food. Patricia's seeing that I'm eating. She's happy. I probably shouldn't eat the fat, but that's the favorite part. Basil, that chicken, yeah. Um, That wouldn't be too hard. Come on, ladies. Don't be giving me a hard time. I try. I'm getting message after message, so everybody can't find me. Will you guys do me a favor? Send out invites so everybody knows. I know you don't see it very often. I got to do something. I got to start forcing myself to eat again because I'm losing weight again. Moo, I can't give you that. You're diabetic. And I ain't giving it to you because she'll have a fit. Just coffee more. Hey, if it makes any difference, I'm on my second pot. My second pot of coffee this morning. All right, I'll get it at supper time. So far, I still got like a half a bag left. So these two. Can't you tell? Here, would you like to see? Here's what I see. She's staring at me. He's staring at me. Yeah. They're like, Dad, we know you got chicken. We smell it. Give me a bite. They're going to rob me. Yeah, I'm in a good mood today. I'm feeling better. You know, it's getting to be where I only feel good about 3 to 4 hours a day, and that's usually hanging out with you all. No, they won't take food out of my hands unless I offer it to them. I'm surprised the cat has anything to do with it. Really. Pretty much. No. You're right, Patricia, and that's exactly what I told Pastor Paul. I told him the same thing I tell you guys, that I really don't understand why I'm here. And if there's really something, get your nose back. If there is something that he wants me to do, I wish he would point it out and tell me, because I'm tired of trying to guess. And Pastor Paul said the same thing a lot of you have said, that, maybe you're doing exactly what he wanted you to do anyway, because you're helping reach out and spread the word. You're not preaching, but you're leading them to, hey, if you. So I don't know. I told him, believe it or not, you're not the first one to tell me that, Pastor Paul. I swear, it's his exact words. Well, I appreciate that, Memo. I think I'm the reason you all are here is I'm still here. Let me say that again. The reason I'm still here is because you're here. You guys uplift my spirits quite a lot, often. And I don't let it on it. I try not to let on anyway. I see that I ate that skin and that greasy stuff I can't eat. Alright, you get one onion ring, Moo. There you go. Tam, you get one onion ring. Beep. There you go. Now he's going to carry it off over there. He's not going to eat it. Yeah, it's all right though. You know, it doesn't matter where we hang out. I don't care where we hang out at. I enjoy talking to y'all. Well, yeah, that's why I was telling Pastor Paul today that, you know, I don't know if you was here earlier, Patricia, but my daughter read a note that she wrote to herself when she got in eighth grade. And I can believe that out of my daughter because she does silly stuff like that. But she read that. I have. Yeah, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I wasn't for sure if you were still here or not. You know what I think I did? I think I ran off and I left my doggone. I broke down and I bought me some blueberry cigars. But you know what? I think I left them in the truck. Dagnabbit. Oh, okay. You get your phone notifications. Well, I never know who's getting the notified or not. So that's, I try to make sure I send out notifications to let y'all know, hey, Scott's on. I know I was early too. Dude, you can stop staring at the bag. I know what it has. Get away from it. They're eyeballing that bag. But today's a beautiful day. Great day for flying. And I got a couple planes to fly, if you know what I mean. My boy gets home today. I wish my buddy Jason was off work. Okay. He's the electronics guy. I need him to put my doggone uh, gyro in that airplane and set it right. I told him, I said, once I get these two done, I'm done buying airplanes. I got enough airplanes. I'm not buying no more until I crash some. And I'm not going to crash any intentionally. You know that. And I need to work on my ships. It's going to get worse, Patricia. It's, he's saying the same thing Reuters and all of them are saying. He's not letting me know anything else. But I keep having this dream. I don't know if I told you guys or not, Patricia. I keep having this dream. I'm somewhere in a warm area because I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, and so is Pastor Paul. And I'm helping him with a communion service. And there's a storm, a big storm coming. Now, what's that mean? I don't know. He didn't have an idea either, other than what we're sitting right here talking about. Yeah, I believe so, Patricia. But remember, the Lord didn't instill any fear, Patricia. And don't be afraid. No, this ain't the beginning of the worst. I don't don't think by any means. I don't think it's the beginning of the worst, but I do think it's the beginning of the beginning of the end. I think so. But hey, they've said that over and over several times before, Patricia. Well, it's figure of speech, figuratively speaking. Figuratively speaking. Somebody come up my drive. Let's see a reflection of chrome. This is hump day, so there shouldn't be nobody coming in here. Well, everybody looks at it differently, right, Patricia? I don't know. When Pastor Paul and I was talking, I could hear Heidi in the background talking. I don't know if she was taking him to the doctor and he was calling me from the car or what. I told him I really, when I was planning on going down there for the last part of Periscope, we was planning on meeting up there for Lauderdale with 420 and all. Well, Pastor Paul went down there to Florida then. And I thought, man, this would be a good time to meet up with him down there in the village. I met up with him here in South Bend. And I've met up with him in Ohio. And I've met up with him, you know what I'm saying? Been trying to lead and help him, round people up and stuff since almost 3 years. What? Get your nose off my table. Ain't nothing up there for you, big guy. You know better than that. He's trying to push his way to my ashtray now. You ain't slick, dude. You ain't slick, Bubba. He got that greenish blue, and that's his. I don't know. Look, he does get red in his eyes when he's mad, though. When he grumbles at us. Upgrade to a Category 3 landfall. Zeta Land 3. When it landfall, must be a hurricane. He'd like to go out and chase rabbits. He loves chasing rabbits and squirrels. He's trying to get closer and closer to my ashtray so he can get them. I got 2 pieces of chicken in there. He smells them. He didn't want to eat the onion ring, but he ate it. Romy bought him a neat pistol. He'll have to send me the thing on it, but it's a CO2 pistol, like mine. But his looks like a stub nose 38, where this one here looks like a 45 or a 9. But it's not real. It's not real. It's a BB pistol. Okay. They went back to where they're making them look like they're real guns nowadays. He pulled out a chrome. It looked like a 38, but it's a CO2 pistol with O-rings, so it blows out the BB. I told him that's the same principle as our guns on the ships work, with the O-ring and the BB. I know, Mel. That's what I say. It'd be enough to get a guy killed. If somebody pulled this out on you, you know. it's enough to make a person stop and think twice. If you was to pull this out, if I was to pull this out and somebody's walking in my door, it would make them stop and back up. If the dogs didn't, right? If the dogs don't do their job. And this in here seems like it has more power than the CO2 rifle. The CO2 rifle has a silencer on it, and it takes 2 CO2 cartridges. Well, this pistol only uses 1. He hasn't really said anything else. Reuters just sent me a message. I didn't read it because I was looking down. I'm sorry. No, it was just, we were just talking and touching base. Just let him know that I'd like to meet up with him and you know, help him out in however I can. No. Crossbow, yes. All I gotta do is pick up the phone. I can have what I need. It's not a problem, Melmo. Just I used to have a short fuse years ago, so this works out best. I've learned to control my temper, but it still works out best. They're all afraid I'll, you know what I'm saying? Since they told me I had stage 4 liver failure and I was going to be dead in 3 to 6 months, and I managed to stay here for 3 years almost. It's been almost 2 years. She said the kids found out in August. I don't know. I look for it to get a lot worse, Patricia. And so does Pastor Paul. And we don't understand, you know, what the hell the big issue is. What we call society. And I'm glad I'm still here too. Sometimes. Sometimes. I don't know where everybody's at this morning. Misbehaving. I warned her, so she went to go fuel everything up.
The dull routine of everyday life takes over, and it seems that nothing exciting happens in the world anymore. Meanwhile, it is full of wonders. We miss most of the weird and fun stuff. Good thing humanity invented video cameras. Today, we've prepared a nice selection of stories for you, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's get it on.
Give me a second, I'm here.
Crazy Tractor. Do you think the third Terminator movie is a scary yet unrealistic scenario that could never happen in real life? 17 years have passed since the movie was released, and we're no longer scared of the machine uprising, though we should be. Judging by this video, it's already begun. A surveillance camera in Sri Lanka captured the mini tractor going crazy. Apparently, it received a signal that machines no longer needed to obey puny humans. The tractor makes a sharp turn, throws off the driver and one of the passengers, and the rest start to feel dizzy. 2 men tried to stop the crazy dumps, but with no success.
Damn it.
Have you ever tried to get into a spinning tractor? Finally, one of the guys remembered the good old trick of taming the rebellious
I just sent out a couple invites. I'm sorry, y'all.
It works. The tractor stopped misbehaving and returned to the right lane, although without a driver behind the steering wheel. Don't worry though, according to the media, no one got hurt. Scary bug.
No, I'm not checking out that fast.
Exciting adventure in a matter of seconds. All you need is a giant insect. It's difficult to
Forget that, Mel. That's just me having a bad day.
But it doesn't really matter. When an insect grows to this size, it automatically starts looking very intimidating. Naturally, the reporter immediately forgot about the live broadcast and started to panic. What's up? One question remains though. Why open your mouth so wide? This is not the smartest thing to do with a huge flying creature so close to your face. Have you ever seen what happens to your tongue when a hornet bites it? Not only is it terribly painful,
Hold the light.
it is ironic that the weather report was for a super lucky Friday.
Mercy sakes.
He not only shot the scenes at the end, his camera followed the insect.
Okay, they're both in the house, right? Yep.
Someone give him an Oscar.
No, I'm not scared.
Are you sure you know what your pet is doing when you're away? It is possible that while you're chilling.
What am I supposed to be scared of? Missy, lay down, baby. Lay down. Lay down.
Having the fifth coffee break in 2 hours, he is working tirelessly.
Fifth coffee break in 2 hours.
Cameras at baseball stadium in the United States. The employee named Jake the Diamond Dog has no time to take breaks. His schedule is way too busy, and every minute counts. He signed a contract with several stadiums in the Midwest, and has a bunch of important responsibilities. He delivers balls to the pitcher,
Okay.
balls that flew off the field, and delivers drinks.
Don't worry about that. I ain't that
Is
stupid.
Jake satisfied with his position? Judging by the way he's wagging his tail, this is the best job of his life.
Shit, I ain't got it. Most of the time I feel like I'm gonna kick the bucket anyway.
All of his money, and can he pay for his food now? Ring in the stomach. Jenna Evans was on a high-speed train with her fiance. It was a beautiful day. The couple was about to get married. Jenna had a luxurious 2.4-carat diamond engagement ring on her finger. She had been dreaming about it for so long. The perfect day, though, was ruined by the robbers who burst into the train. There was only one way to save the valuable ring, so Jenna quietly took it off, swallowed it, washed it down with a glass of water, and then woke up. Thank God it was all just a terrible dream. There was no train, no robbers, and there was no ring on the finger, although it was still there in the evening. After searching the entire bed and feeling a strange heaviness in her stomach, the girl realized she had been sleepwalking again and really swallowed the ring. The X-ray confirmed her fear. The ring was in Jenna's stomach. She had to endure some unpleasant procedures. So for those of you who want to hide an engagement ring in a glass or
Don't swallow it.
This is a bad idea. Unusual ring. Before leaving the house, we always check the weather to choose the right clothes. Grab an umbrella in case of rain, or wrap a scarf over our face to protect us from wind.
Would you swallow a 2.5-carat diamond ring just so somebody didn't steal it off of you?
Believe it or not,
You would think she would have had it insured.
well, here's a guide on how to prepare for approaching raining cats. As soon as you hear an eerie sound, something between a racing bike and a saw cutting through metal, take cover. You only have a few seconds to react. If you're too late, you may end up
Did you and Pastor Paul talk about coming?
Want to know how to protect yourself from the rain?
Yeah, we talked about me coming. I don't know about how if he likes camping or not. Weird. Yeah, I don't mind camping. I'd camp out in the yard or something there, just stay there. Granted, I'm only an hour from home, but still. Actually, more than an hour. It'd be 2 hours because it's only a half an hour north of where I moved. It's a half an hour north of where we moved from to come up here. Knox is half hour, 45 minutes. So it's on the other side of Plymouth, off the 30. You take 30 down to 24, down, what is it, 15? I'm trying to think of Plymouth. The hell's that road? 19. Lauren is camping with her boyfriend this weekend. Did they take Jasmine, or did she lay Jasmine with you?
Some weirdo interferes with a live broadcast and starts grimacing at the camera. Viewers are typically annoyed. Who the hell does this guy think he is? We want to watch the news, not the circus. But there are exceptions. Who has the right
Oh, wait.
any broadcast without
Renee
any
is.
punishment
Never
whatsoever?
mind.
Why?
Duh. That was a stupid thing to say.
Him talking about
Lauren
something important.
went
When
camping
some
with her
the
boyfriend. Yeah.
The cat probably wanted to try and become a TV anchor.
Like I said, I knew in a minute I was like, wait a minute. Duh.
Just needs more practice. By the way, this is not the only time a story like that happened. Apparently, cats are planning to take over the TV industry. This guy tried to finish the report several times, but with no success. If the animal wants your attention, you have to obey. On behalf of all of our viewers, we wanted to ask news channels to include cute cats in each report. Street fun. Time is relative. If you're doing something you love, for example, lying on the couch on a weekend, then time flies really quickly. But when you stop at a red traffic light, then each second lasts several times longer than usual. It's not enough to check your feed on your smartphone, but it is close enough to get bored or annoyed, especially if you're in a hurry. Imagine how lucky the drivers in Croatia are. While they're waiting for a green light, they can enjoy a real circus performance. When the cars stop, an incredibly talented guy runs out to the intersection and juggles with pins while dancing. After such a performance, everyone will go about their day in a better mood, and that's the best reward for any true show. Play music for cows. We can argue as much as
What's the matter? Are you breathing hard for?
Debate which genre is the best. But let's agree on one thing. Everyone
Don't choke up on me, honey.
It's great for relaxing with a cup of coffee.
Missy coughing and gagging.
What can we say? Even cows love this music. Here's an experiment that confirms this. A man came to a meadow, began to play a simple melody, and what do you think happened next? The cows just forgot about everything that they were doing, which probably includes business meetings, talking about politics, and eating grass, in order to enjoy the free concert. We're certain that if the musician brought a drummer and guitarist along, the animals would have started dancing. Of course, you can't expect applause from them, but judging by the heads and tails swaying to the
He's got a tent camper on top of his truck.
This guy also works in
I've seen those.
Perhaps soon we'll see how he offers group yoga sessions for cows. A dream come true. You've probably heard the phrase, adults are only kids.
Yeah, I've seen those. I know what you're saying, Momo. I've seen those. Like a Land Rover with the dang doggone tent on top of it. Oh no, they're not cheap. Like an $80,000 truck.
The man asked her with a smile. A weird dream, but after all, each of us has one. So his family found an old car at a garage for Walter that needed repairs. Grandpa buckled in, put on a helmet, and smashed these doors to pieces.
I couldn't get over Romy trade, or he was leasing a Land Rover, and he traded it in for a BMW. It's like, dude, why did you do that?
Obviously, this dog is an experienced thief. He knew that his
well, yeah, they're out in the wilderness, I'm sure.
Realizing that the path was clear, the animal didn't go to the department with decorations, or at least something edible. He slipped over to the shelf with books, and he obviously knew exactly what he was looking for. Then he acted in the same professional manner, without making an unnecessary fuss. He left the store quickly, and yet he made one mistake. He didn't take a backpack, so he didn't carry a stolen book far. A stranger noticed the thief and returned the book to its place. But what if the dog wanted to take a righteous path and start his education? Well, he should have paid for the book.
Yeah.
Fast chicken. Most of the weirdest videos ever filmed were captured on a street camera. So
you mean watch out for the bear poop?
Do you think this is just...
You only gotta watch that after you step out of the tent. They're not gonna poop on top of your truck. They might tear the hell out of it, but they ain't gonna poop on it. Wow. Missy, quit, baby. She keeps bumping my hand, wanting me to pet her ears. Yeah, but there's no eucalyptus in there, so I don't think they'll be hanging out too much. Eucalyptus bears hang out in the eucalyptus, they hang out in the eucalyptus trees more, don't they?
Right now at Menards. Your home with appliances with top brands, including Whirlpool, Avena, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Criteria. Check out the largest.
Didn't use oil. Why is your truck using oil, Patricia? Well, you got an old Ford.
11% off all of them. Save big money and get 11% off everything right now at Menards. Save big money at Menards.
What kind of old truck you got?
Finish line One of the most bizarre races
An old Ford or what, Patricia?
Who will cross it first? The man who trains every morning, or another quite unexpected contender? The lightning-fast house chicken wins this time. The rising sprint star picked up such speed that she couldn't slow down in time and ended up in a neighbor's area, almost crashing into a tree. Seems like Usain Bolt has some serious competition. Excellent throw. Fantastic and touching moments happen not only in the big league. Let's take a look at an amateur basketball match between high school students. We promise this will melt your heart. Senior North Pope is losing, and the guy on the bench named Clay Warner can't stand it. Due to serious vision problems and cerebral palsy, he never played on the field, but came to every game and even suited up with everyone. Imagine his reaction when, a minute before the end of the match, the coach told him it's about time that Clay came into the game. This was his chance, and the guy took it. Warner got the ball and took a shot. The ball pierced through the net, barely touching the rim on its way down, and the place erupted. The other team's players...
I gotta look for a short bid for a 72 or a 73 Ford pickup truck. I told somebody I would look for one. Simply Amanda's husband's looking for one.
Why was this guy so annoyed with the bread?
I think I know where one.
He starts loads. So what are the loads? Perhaps this is some kind of vendetta. You don't know the whole backstory. Maybe one time they wrapped with some bread, fell on him, and now he's driven by revenge. By the way, there are rumors that this is not the first store where the guy practiced kung fu techniques on the faceless bread. So if you come across a disfigured baguette, you would know that it probably fell victim to a bread mania. Annoying crocodile. You've probably heard all of these typical jokes of the people in Australia who fight off the monitor lizards in their beds and spiders on the way to work. Well, there's a grain of truth in every joke. Let's take a look at an ordinary day on this amazing continent. Two men are working knee-deep in water, clearing the bay from logs, when suddenly a 40-meter-long crocodile emerges in front of them. Do they run away?
Well, then why did if he doesn't sound like much fun, then why did she go? All right, Patricia. Hey, you have a great day. God bless. Thanks for sending me the messages. I trust me. I do send them and I do forward them. Appreciate that. You have a great day too.
The crocodile was more like an annoying dog. Kept on following the workers. In the end, they just had to push him away. It sounds like news from some parallel universe. By the way, have you already seen our video about poisonous spiders? If not, subscribe to our channel and never miss the fun. Pelican in a restaurant. Have you seen the happiest pelican in the world? We have, and we've decided to share this with you. So meet Obi, a pelican.
Who's being narcissistic? What?
The local fisherman managed to nurse him back to health. After that, Obi settled in a fishing bay not far from seaside restaurants. At first, he never walked past the porch, but visitors like the fine birds.
Bye, Patricia.
Became the main guest and master of this place. 3 times a day, he
Narcissistic.
up to the restaurant where he enjoys the best fish prepared especially for him. That is, this bird has breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a restaurant and doesn't pay a penny for it. What a nice life to have, don't you agree?
No.
Mission Impossible.
I know who it was, yes.
In one of our videos, we've already told you about Tom Cruise. This guy is a real
What's the narcissistic part about?
Deadly stunts himself. Just remember the helicopter scene from Mission Impossible Fallout. Cruise had to learn how to fly a helicopter in just 3 months to prepare for the movie. In 2022, we will see the 8th part of this legendary series, and we have unique footage from the set. Look, Tom's back in business. Without any safety gear, he decided to recreate the legendary scene from the first part, the one in which he decided
yeah.
some secret files. Over here, for some reason, he climbed onto the porch of the house. Alright, you probably realise this isn't footage from a new film, but video from
What you doing, sweetheart?
To admit, the raccoon does a great impression of Tom Cruise. Just add a famous soundtrack, and you won't find a difference. Unique disguise. How are failed thieves usually portrayed in comedy films?
Didn't even get a happy Mother's Day.
They never have a good mask.
She didn't even get a birthday, happy birthday from him until almost the end of the evening. Oh shoot, I got something else. Bessie, go lay down, baby. Go lay down, I ain't done. Go, lay down. Wish me luck. I bought 5 tickets.
A bottle of Rappian around his face. Naturally, as soon as the police stopped laughing, they immediately caught this point.
Heads or tails? Find a win. Win prize shown. Find a H or a T. Then double the prize shown.
Tough cars, cool robots, and the most unusual gadgets in the world. Get the high-tech adrenaline from Texas. Subscribe now. We are waiting for you.
Come on, y'all, pray for me. I could use it. Really could. Well, I won $1. One. I only spent 6. I bought 6 $1 tickets. That's thing. Spend 6, win 1. And yes, we had an interruption of a caller, but I'm back. Don't go away nowhere. I've only won $1 so far. And that's looking like all I'm going to get is $1. Or the rip off. One measly $1. That's it. Oh well. Yeah, it's better than lose it all. There's been 13 viewers. 13 people has checked in, but I don't know who's all here. It's got a great signal. Nobody's donated or, donated to the charitable. Yeah, who's here? Ollie, out's in free. Misbehaving, where you at? Come on in, misbehaving. You're on the Price is Right. Where the hell is she at? Oh, Janet! Send out another invite. It's poor signal. It's showing poor. Oh, there it went. Great. One new message. What new message did I get? What's the time here? It's 5 till 11. So there it is. Almost 2 o'clock, right? You're 3 hours ahead of us. Well, half a day. No, it's 1 a.m.? Okay, so you're 2 hours ahead of us. Gotcha. 1.5 days ahead of us. Well, you can't expect me to remember everything, Mel Mel. Dang, I remember. I mean, at least I remember you live on the eastern Australia side. If these 15 minutes weren't caught on tape, you'd never have believed them. So they say. We'll see. A lot better than I did win.
Stream Online offers over 260 programs. They take you beyond the status quo and into the break. Ever done something so outlandish or impossible that no one would surely believe you unless you filmed the entire thing on camera? And if you're quick enough on your camera trigger, the most unimaginable of moments can be caught live for all the world to see. And, you get all that clout too. So it's a win-win situation. From a trail guide halting a charging elephant in its tracks to a royal guard at Buckingham Palace burning.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Some advertisement.
There's actually an incredible story behind these high-flying aerial heroics. When you think about it, helicopters are
Guy
weird machines.
dropping down with a helicopter, dipping into your pool.
Either in real life or in the previously mentioned.
Can you imagine if you was out there swimming in your swimming pool and all of a sudden a helicopter dropped down, take a big old dip of water to put out a fire, and there you are? I'm going to go soon. I have some guy. All right, well, hey, if you want to take off, go right ahead. I know you got your air conditioner down. You're sleeping in the kitchen, trying to stay cool.
Jaws on the floor at this insane piloting skill.
Wow.
The dramatic moment occurred back in 2013 when the brave pilot of a firefighting helicopter was forced to commandeer local water supplies in order to combat a growing woodland blaze in Portugal. With the wildlife creeping even closer to a nearby residential zone, and with no lake or river nearby, the pilot was forced to use a small swimming pool at a nearby home to collect water. Although the pilot's rotary blades almost narrowly missed the wall, the heroic feat was pulled off without a hitch, and the helicopter swiftly rushed onward to tackle the blaze. Good job no one was relaxing poolside with a pina colada, right?
Wow.
Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe?
All right, we'll talk to you later. Good night. Go to sleep. You don't got to hang out with me if you don't. I mean, I know you got other things you got to do. I totally understand. I thank you very much for tuning in and catching up. Hope you have a great rest. Good evening. God bless. See you tomorrow. Yes, there's going to be a gas shortage. It's getting real bad here in the United States. Floor's short right now. Pastor Paul's saying that they're reporting that North Carolina is starting to run low. Yeah, 11 states are low on fuel now. Why? Because the pipeline was sabotaged, or they shut it down because they thought it was being sabotaged, but now they won't turn it back on until after they're sure everything passes up and up. So yeah, if you want to make sure you got gas for a small emergency, you better fill up your gas tanks.
Somehow manages to change the color of his vest mid-performance as well.
Depending on what state you live in, I don't know.
Over and over again, we have no idea how this sorcerer did it. Witchcraft and wizardry? Yeah, probably.
I got all my gas tanks full. That's why I come on late this morning. I want to go. You're in Colorado. You might want to go fill it up. Don't want to put no scare into you or anything, but you know, if you can't get no gas, say in about 2 days, and don't say I didn't warn you.
But for one superfan, it was the perfect opportunity for him to invent his very own language. Yeah, while the Pink Floyd prog rockers were the unrivaled pioneers.
So I mean, you know, if you got a couple dark, your tank is full, mine is too. $38. 30. Couldn't believe it. Gas is $3 a gallon in Indiana now. Well, $2.99.9. Her car's full. All of our gas cans are full. My truck's full. I'd like to get another 100 gallons because I know it's just going to skyrocket. It's gonna go up to. I don't want to scare nobody. $48 to fill. No, it didn't fill it. That was a half a tank. $38.
Is that a humble brag? Either way, it works. The angriest siblings ever.
$2.33 a gallon. Man, I wish. It's only $48 to fill yours up. All right.
Feast your eyes on this hilarious video where two dogs just won't let their disagreements slide and instead compete in one of the funniest
use it sparingly, right?
These two sassy
yeah, I got you. I understand.
Female were filmed fighting inside their house in Beijing, China. And although there's no wider context as to who, why, or what the heck led up to this tense tirade, the results are certainly worthwhile. To begin, one of the feisty pups twists on the floor to start the barking match, while the other stands their ground on top of the sofa. The pooch on the floor kicks off the argument with such a powerful yap that it nearly slides off its paws across the apartment. And as the second canine realizes the frantic fight is afoot, the pair engage in an almost perfectly synchronized back and forth. I'm not entirely sure if these guys actually choreographed this stage fight, but
yeah, I went on Twitch really early this morning. I was up early hurting.
It only takes a few moments for the duo to realize that they're perfectly matched, and they quickly separate and call off the duel. Ever wondered what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Yeah, this is probably it. Trail guide hawks charging elephant. All right, while we're talking about stopping
bombing over there in Israel and everything else going on, that's
one thing, but how about a
gas shortages, people off work. Pretty sure this is what Revelations was talking about. How about you think? What do you think? Not that I want to discuss politics or religion, but that seems to be the major issues and topics lately.
National Park in South Africa somehow managed to stop a charging elephant dead in its tracks.
You got your notifications, but it's too early for you, huh? Well, hey, I appreciate it anyway. At least you come in and showed up afterwards, right? That's all that matters. Every little bit helps.
Perfectly demonstrating how a calm.
Got my notifications, but it was too early. Hey, I understand. You was snoozing. Not a problem.
Energy can influence the behavior of wild animals. Not only that,
you was still fighting in the backs of your eyelids, trying to get them to open up, right? It was still stuck to your eyeballs. You was fighting real hard, wasn't you?
Initially being in a stressful situation.
Oh,
I'm sure that any other person would have crumbled under such pressure, but the trail guide faces the huge elephant without batting an eyelid, forcing the elephant to retreat in an intense standoff. Pretty amazing.
I don't think I'm going to try to do
Dog
stand.
loves being at the vet.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
But over here,
You didn't have to do that.
we love dogs. We'll take any.
Well, yeah, I love the Denver
To
Mugs.
show these incredible animals in an array of mind-blowing and impossible situations. Now, it's no secret that dogs hate going to the vets, but if this next amazing entry is anything to go by, for one pooch, going to the vet is the highlight of his week.
Mercy sakes.
Feast your eyes on this surprising happy guy who had to be taken.
I had to wait for quite a while to get this mug. This has replaced my first one that I bought myself when I rode Amtrak all the way to Colorado and back. You know, and I nursed it. This coffee cup keeps my coffee hot. It really works good. Holds the heat in the coffee. Yeah, I went to move my boat. Me and another guy was putting my boat up. I know you're the one that got it for me. Everybody else don't know that though. Silly, come on. Part of my story. Jeez. Steal my thunder. Man. Come on, Mary.
Well, it seems that Endo continues to bounce his way through life, as his owners have reported that
I was gonna tell them all about how this sweet person I watched for a while, and they follow me, and we hang out together, kind of talk every now and then. Yeah, that person's awesome. Mary bought me and sent me this mug. Thank you much, Mary.
we've seen our fair share of charging elephants and dueling dogs.
Well, no,
Never expected that a gigantic
I appreciate it. I really do.
would have become one of the most controversial hits on the internet. Take a look at this truly remarkable.
I told you
video
I'd use it.
by a photographer who decided to bid farewell to this large furry friend.
I've used it ever since I got it.
By waving as he left the Olympic National Park in Washington State, while the photographer bid him adieu to his complete and utter surprise.
The last one, I wouldn't let my kids or my wife wash the inside. I've always been a firm believer if you don't drink nothing other than coffee in it, you don't need to wash it out, right? And therefore it changes colors on the inside. And it got to look about the same color it was out here, inside there. And my daughter was giving me all kinds of hell about, Dad, you ought to wash that cup out. Yeah, it's the same identical one. It's identical to the one I had before. Thank you.
Waving like a person has become second nature to them. Some have deemed it cruel, while others have supported the lazy lifestyle of these creatures as a tourist attraction. What do you guys think? Perfect parking skills. All right, hop in because
Watching YouTube, they're talking about these bears waving. They're waving like this now so they can get a treat at the park.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. You see, some people are so good at driving that they're able to drive perfectly, regardless of the road, terrain, or even the physical dimensions of the space and time.
Well, yeah, that's where I bought mine. It was a gift shop. I don't remember which gift shop it was at, but I remember it was a gift shop, and I was like, man, I got to get me something from Denver. Get me something that'll last me a while, something I always use. And no knick-knack junk, you know. Coffee cup, something I'll always use, RTU. Air raid attack comes exact produced. Oh, Taliban. Rocket attack in Jerusalem. According to Reuters.
And at one point, his wheels nearly slip off the ledge. That doesn't seem to deter his iron-willed determination to get out. Either that or just unstoppable confidence. That's some pretty eye-opening parking skills either way. What do you guys think? Could you achieve such an impossible parking feat? Let us know down below.
Wow.
The elephants of Moolway Lodge. Here's something you certainly don't see every day.
Honestly, I think it was down on 17th Street. Is where I found that mug at. Is where I bought it at. Man, I don't think it was a Union Station. I'm pretty sure it was down at one of the gift shops on 17th Street. Or 17th Street was the street the hotel was on. And the open market is on 19th Street or something like that. Or vice versa, one or the other.
It's become a win-win situation for everyone involved. You see, the hotel which was founded back in 1998, was unwittingly built on the elephant's traditional migration
I went
path.
to a couple of
UA
the,
Lodge, standing directly en route to the herd's favorite food, wild
okay,
mango.
16th Street is open Market Street.
Between
Okay, so
mid-October
we
and
was
mid-December,
18th Street.
arrive at the lodge in their droves,
We were
and the
2
whole
blocks
family of elephants come to eat
north
from
of there.
mangoes that can be found dotted on
At the
approaches
old,
grounds, with
they
many
turned it into a hotel.
trees
It used to be an old bank.
alongside its doors. The animals are so
Yeah,
comfortable with the hotel's existence that they'll even take a shortcut through reception. Why walk around when you can
it
stroll
was
through the
pretty
lobby?
cool. We had a good time.
Amazing.
Didn't get to see the Mint, the Denver Mint, because the Denver Mint isn't open on for tours on Friday.
Determination and creative force in the face of adversity. The story of William Canquan,
Broadmoor?
also known as the boy who harnessed the wind, is a remarkable tale of one young
I don't
man who
remember.
saved his town from
It used that might be it. I don't remember. The Bradmore.
Which was captured in a series
That sounds right.
videos back in 2001.
Bradmore, something like that. It was an old bank. There's 12 stories. Back in the old days, it was considered a high rise. That's how old this bank building is. Back in the old day, it was considered a high rise. It's in the historical monument areas of Denver. It's got a restaurant and all that in the bottom of it. And got meeting areas and stuff in the basement. Yeah, it was a nice place. It was pretty neat.
Baby does what millions
Bradmore sounds right.
the lofty heights of the mean universe, achieving a no-look water bottle flip and capturing the moment on camera.
Bradmore, Bradford, or something like that. But I think you're on the right track.
Tonight's matchup, me versus the ugly Bender Bender. If I'm unique on a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
It wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
Geico,
Renaissance.
it's awesome, baby. Geico.
Pioneers, flipping a water bottle thousands of times in the hope that it'll perfectly land bottoms up, has been a lifelong endeavor. But for this tiny toddler,
I don't remember. Like I said, I had a travel agent book my tickets on Amtrak and book my stay. And I upgraded a visit when I went there.
Although the world may seem like a complicated and overwhelming place, us humans constantly questioning the meaning of our existence right here in the swirling cosmic soup of the universe, sometimes all it takes to crack a smile is a moment like this.
I stayed there 3 nights.
Why don't you try a no-look water bottle flip?
4 nights.
At least it's worth a try.
And come home the 5th.
Royal Guard Labs. When it comes to enjoying the infinite humor of life, the Royal Guards of Buckingham Palace aren't exactly known for their propensity to crack a smile. In fact, in some bizarre swirl of monarchy and tradition, the world-famous Queen's
It was pretty nice. Like I said, it was an old bank that they restored and all the floors. And back in the old days, it was considered a high-rise. It's 12 stories. We were on the 10th floor. And I could look out my room
Take a look at this hilarious video.
to the roof of the parking.
One of the Queen's guards before revealing that they were classmates together.
Because I remember I had to ask the guys that work here at the hotel. It's like, look, I smoke. I'm not going to smoke in my room. Where can I go smoke a cigarette? Oh, well, you can go on top of the garage right here. They won't nobody say nothing to you about that. Okay, cool. Well, then one of them kind of winked his eye when he said, yeah, you can go on up there and smoke. They won't bother you about nothing. I'll keep your eye on you. Cool. They were all good about it. They picked us up and took us back to Union Station to get on the train to leave. It was a good time. First time we ever used Uber. It was an experience. It was a good time. Amtrak wasn't the fun part, put it that way.
this year.
However, we did sleep on the train
Her beloved pet
to
had
and
a
from.
lot of pain. And after being diagnosed with the disease, Kyle required emergency surgery to remove both of her eyes. After a series of intense
The train was all
treatment,
right,
Kyle
but it
returned
was
to
just.
normal life.
There was one time my phone clocked us at 102 mile an hour,
More help than trainers could manage.
and we were running behind.
The
Oh yeah,
golden
we were sleeping. We had the sleeper and all.
brought in to act as Kyle's very own
Had the cabin.
Their partnership has quickly changed both of their lives forever.
Comes with 2 seats, 2 bunks,
Live a safe and comfortable life,
air,
free to explore the world
music.
with his new best friend by his side.
They brought us dinner to the cabin. Yeah, it was all right. It was cool. The food kind of sucked, but it was all right. I mean, it was the experience. It was something I never experienced.
Look no further, because after
It was worth it.
1-year-old dam in Texas collapsed, a security camera
Now,
managed to capture the astonishing footage. As
before
it
that time, I was looking at taking it from South Bend to Chicago down, and go to the Grand Canyon, which you have to go down by the Grand Canyon and get off of Amtrak, because the Amtrak don't go close enough, and then you have to take another train and go to. I'd still like to do that. It's like a 3-day, 4-day trip on the train.
Consequences can often be devastating. The humblest president, and finally, here's something you don't see every day.
I wish I could afford to take the kids on something like that. I mean, that's not something you do. I mean, hell, here I am in my 50s, and I never ever did something like that. Yeah, we did the train at the parks and all that, but that's nothing like staying in the cabin in a train overnight. That was just cool.
Working the yard and farming the land instead of living a lavish
No,
life.
it's not real expensive.
You see,
Not really at all.
The luxurious health the Uruguayan state would usually provide for its leaders and former leaders, instead opting to stay at his wife's farmhouse.
The whole trip
capital of Montevideo.
was like $2,200 for the whole week.
From his time as leader, a position which he held since 2014. While he may not be to everyone's taste, it's certainly something that you don't see.
That's not including the food. It's including the food on the train, but it doesn't include the food in the motel.
As always, thanks for sticking around all the way until the end.
We had the the usual breakfast. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I'd do it again. Our anniversary is in August. It'd be 15 years this year. Thought about doing something like that again. But the kids, man, I tell you what, I've listened to the kids whine and cry about, well, we didn't get to go. It's like, I got stuck at home for years watching dogs in the house. Me and my sister never got to go on vacation with my mother and my stepdad. It's interesting the way people themselves cause shortages. All they need is one word of shortage, and they buy everything up. Amen. And they buy everything up, like the toilet paper. Well, yeah. Okay, you got me. I made sure my truck was full. I had a half a tank. No, I didn't fill all my gas cans up. The wife did that last week before last. And when we buy toilet paper, we don't buy just 3 rolls or 6 rolls at a time. We buy the big. We got a family of 4, for God's sakes. Think in advance. Plan for, And I've got dried good foods put away just in case all hell breaks loose and we can't find a whole lot of stuff. I got a lot of canned meat, canned chicken, Spam, things like that. I got 600 gallons of fresh water stored. I've got solar. I've got windmill power. I mean, can I survive forever? No. Well, I'm trying to be prepared. I've got generators. If my power goes out from their side of the power, I've still got my solar power for the house, which runs my backup. It runs my refrigerators, my freezers, my furnace, my TV. You know what I mean? Use a leaf if you have to, right? Use an old rag, for God's sake. A sock. Everybody's always got a sock left over from laundry, right? It's inevitably you always end up missing a sock, or you got one sock with a hole in it. What do you do with the other one? Throw it away. No, you save it for a rag, right? When you can't flush it in your toilet, but you can get rid of it, right? And creativity. Think. Well, check it out. Solar power home, solarhome.com or solarhome.net. Check it out. Well, don't you usually end up with a sock left over from laundry? You can't never find the other one, right? Piece it up. I was just walking by my bathroom and heard water trickling. I thought it was my toilet. No, it's on my side. Yeah, it's my turtle tank. Sorry. It gets a lot of people that are like, man, are you taking us to the bathroom pissing or what? No, it's my turtle tank. And you got to be used to it by now. I already fed Donnie some shrimp this morning. He's happy. Happy turtle, right? I want to throw a. I want to put that gyro in there. Well, yeah, I got to keep the turtle fat and happy. Donnie and Marie, they got to eat too. Marie being the fish, Donnie being the turtle. And the funny thing is, the fish was bought for the turtle to eat. Turtle won't eat them. Turtle made friends with the fish. They play together. Go figure, right? Damn kids always playing with their food. Poor homes.
And the rest they assigned this dark matter, dark energy to. But they've done that only from a theoretical standpoint because it's never been measured, never been detected. Let's start there. Never been detected.
All right, well, hey, go make a few extra for us. All right. You have a great day. God bless. Yeah, great chatting with you. Great talking to you. Talk to you later. You have a great day.
And this is derived from the research of scientists that are participating in a project called the Thunderbolts Project. And I'm not a spokesman, we are not spokespersons, but we paraphrase their research. And in the electric model, the void, the dark matter, or dark energy, if you will, is actually ionized gas or a plasma, the fourth state of matter. And that plasma exists throughout at the quantum level and the macro and the cosmological level. And it is charged with electricity. And therefore the name, the electric model of the universe, that everything is electrically connected and electrically communicated.
Tesla's research into the electric universe, and we're talking about your research connecting it to 4096. That's built off of Shor's algorithms, where we're going from your previous information. Could you explain Shor's algorithm and how the 4096 led to your research about the abyss and the encryption?
Yeah, well, that's a great place to jump off to a little bit of history as to D-Wave's adiabatic quantum computers. These are interdimensional computers. And this isn't me making this up. This is all public information that they put out, that D-Wave puts out. It operates at the quantum level interdimensionally. It accesses what are described as parallel universes. The first model was the 128 that represents the number of qubits rather than transistors. Qubits that operate this computer. The first one was sold to USC and Lockheed Martin as a joint project at USC for a quantum computer lab. And the name of that computer they have assigned to it is called Rainier, like Mount Rainier. The second model was the 512, and that was called Chimera. Then D-Wave 2 came out last year, which is also a 512, and it is called Vesuvius. And that particular model, the Vesuvius, went to the Quantum Artificial Intelligence Lab at NASA's Advanced Supercomputing Division of Ames Research Center. And it is used for research into machine learning or artificial intelligence. There's also a Vesuvius in Utah. They have a massive data center there, and one of the 512s, the V2 model 512 Vesuvius, is in Utah. The third model came out February of last year in 2015, called the 1024, and that went to Google. Now, this is all public information. That 1024 was actually operating on a chip, if you will, on an assembly that held not 1024 qubits, but actually 2048 qubits. And they only operated half of that, let's call it a chip. They only operated half of that chip at the 1024 level. Now that 1024 is artificially intelligent, and it is equivalent to the processing power of over 7 billion human brains. Each human brain processes at any given moment about 1 petaflop of data, a petaflop. So they then moved from the 1024 to the 2048. Now the 2048, I'll relate to Shor's algorithm in a moment, but they have not publicly disclosed the model 2048. That is the model that is connected to CERN. That is the model that will be initially operating to open the portal, but it is not the only model. There's a second model, the 4096, which will actually be responsible for the opening of the portal in conjunction with 2048. So it'll actually be two computers operating. Now, let's take 2048. That relates to a mathematical algorithm called Shor's algorithm. This was considered a series of numbers that covered a full sheet of paper. It would require, according to Shor, a quantum computer to determine all of the prime numbers, the factors, to find the actual prime numbers within this long algorithm. He said that it would take a transistor-based quantum computer when he made that statement. He had no knowledge of qubits and the adiabatic quantum computer. This was in the 90s. Right? So one of the principal goals to test whether their adiabatic quantum computer using qubits was operating properly, D-Wave sought to find all of these prime numbers in the 2048 algorithm. Now, I'm going to get to why this is important real quick. They were successful using their qubit-based quantum computer in finding all of the prime numbers in that algorithm for the first time. That rendered all secret codes, if you will, for communications on the planet were now rendered obsolete and vulnerable to being read by the adiabatic quantum computer model 2048, because all of the code systems in the world are based upon the RSA coding system were based upon the idea
Stiffen up the wings.
that no computer existed that could
This.
crack Shor's algorithm.
Edging.
Once the 2048 cracked that, I shouldn't say 2048.
Otherwise,
It actually happened.
I end up with stuff like this. See how that's burgered up the edge there? Hang on a second, I'll show you. See how the edging is here? That's from where it come down in the corn stalks in the cornfield that day. I was flying it. That was from the corn stalks that was left in the field. Let's see her work on this till some other people show up, I guess.
But the point here is, and this will pull into 49-6 in a moment, the point is, our intelligence agencies realized that they could read everybody else's secret communications around the planet. But on top of that,
I thought about using this to protect the edging of the wing.
Based on qubits, not on transistors. You could not read this new form of cryptologic.
Kids always cutting the edge of the tape.
So our intelligence agencies, thanks to
I can't never find it.
absolutely secure form of communication that cannot be read by anyone else. So they have light years of a quantum leap, if you will, advanced lead on secure communications. Now they're
So,
going from 148.
put you under the wing. How's that? Give the underwing a look.
You know, in Moore's law, we talked about transistors advancing, doubling their power every 18 months. Well, Rose's law is qubits double every 12 months. Well, that has advanced to the point where the qubits double every 3 months. This led me to
Damn.
out of the progression of the model numbers to 4096. 4096 is where we're at today that we're talking about. Now, the 2048 has not been publicly disclosed by D-Wave, and certainly the 4096 has never been disclosed by anyone. But it's a natural progression of Rose's law that I come up with that number, and I pass that number on to you guys, not only because it represents a secret code form of communication.
Got it.
But it also represents the code that needs to be cracked to literally turn the key. It is the key inscription in Revelation. It is the actual key. The key, just like in cryptology, in order to write something in a coded language and then decipher it, you must at the beginning and the end
Straight edger.
have a key to write the code and then decode it at the opposite end. In order to crack the key, the code, to open the bottomless pit, you must have the key. The key is the breaking down of the 4096 algorithm, just like Shor's algorithm from 2048. It's more advanced than Shor's algorithm. It's prime numbers and factors that has to be cracked. Once you have the prime numbers, you now have the code to open the bottomless pit. This is where CERN is.
I have two ways of imaging that image that you gave the first time when I heard that. One was the movie setting type of image where the safe crackers come along and put your little gadget on the thing and you watch it run down the little numbers until it hits the final number and then pop, the lock opens. And the second one is more with quantum physics, where when they're feeding an algorithm through to the other side, the fourth dimension, and receiving feedback back, I actually thought of it more in the sense of when we do launch codes for nuclear weapons, and you have the two guys standing there with the keys, they have to do this. Well, if one of those guys was on the other side with the key on the other side, and they both turn the keys, one from one side and one from the other, then that magically unlocks the quantum rock. And that's how I visualize what you were saying, is that it's the collaboration between man willingly opening up hell and the abyss, and the demonic inspirers of these men on the other side poking it up at the same time.
I think that's a relevant analogy. But that's relevant because let's back up a little bit. I know Chris is going to have some information real quick, but I'm going to back up real quick. Gordy Rhodes, and this is on my website, by the way, AnthonyPatch.com. You go to Virtue Discoveries, first data Virtue Discoveries. I have all this laid out, so I'm going to make it very quick for the sake of the video here. But when you look at the model 512, there's about 500 feet of Gordy Rhodes said. I'm going to read it real quick. And when you increase the number of these devices, in other words, cubes, every time you add one of these cubes, you double the number of parallel universes that you have access to. Until such time you get to a chip like this, which is about 580 bits, something like 2 to the 500th power of these guys living in that chip. He's talking about the number of parallel universes that they're accessing using this interdimensional computer. Now I'm going to jump from 512, 500 to the 500 power and go to the 4096 and relate it to what you just said about the other side, that they are accessing to the 4,000 power. And that's the number of parallel universes to the 4,000.
All right, well, I guess nobody else is going to come in, but anyway, here's what I'm doing. I'm stiffening up and trying to protect my wing edging so this here doesn't happen anymore. I'm stiffening it up with edging, Mylar tape on the wing on the edge of the wing. But that's what I'm doing. But anyway, you know, I'll be flying here before too long. So y'all stay tuned. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a good glider up today. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great day. God bless.